No, yeah, it came up
Oh,
with
he's
just
watching.
now.
Oh no,
Just
no,
now.
that's still just. That's not what I wanted to see.
Oh, he's
Tits
watching.
out, bits out.
Oh, he's watching.
Not November though.
No, tits out, bits out just means that you're getting the other unmentionables out. God damn it.
It's like because the phrase. I'm sure it's like about like when you
It's a
get home and you
Twitch
can take your
phrase.
bra off at the end of the day,
It's a
and it's
Twitch-
not
Yeah.
like it's not like a
It's a Twitch phrase. Tits for bits.
no.
Tits for bits. Stop bringing it in.
I can't skip it though. So I just stop it and play a new one. No, B6, why?
I've deafened it so it can't hear anyone talking to it. Yes. Well, Skynet can't hear us coming anymore.
I was worried about them hearing me coming.
Oh god.
Oh no.
I'm really enjoying because every now and then I watch random TikToks, and one of them is someone will stitch together two videos where it's like, guys, you need to make more noises in bed, and then a guy lying in bed just going, Savenya.
No, no, you can defer.
It's
Just while
really
he's
cool.
like.
Or Awimbowe, Awimbowe, Awimbowe. For berries.
Turns out when you're,
Mhm.
you know,
Yeah.
looking up adult Nala, you just end up finding some pictures you never thought you would.
Ah, okay. Max, I have a second question. Why?
Look, man, there's a reason why they had those "come fuck me" eyes in that
Ah,
one
okay.
scene,
Wait, what?
and they're bloody siblings or cousins.
For lions, the male kills all the children but aren't his, so they're basically related. So they're like half siblings. So
Well, that was
yeah,
the thing, like, 'cause
incest.
there was only two lions, one being his brother and the other being him,
Mm.
and the rest were lionesses. So she was either his cousin or his sister.
Most likely the sister.
Yeah, there was a lot of females there.
Well, I think we're
Yeah.
reading way too much into a Disney movie,
Yeah, but then they
and I
ended up
think we should
making the
focus on the
sequel
superior
films.
of the movie, which is the second one.
Yeah, but then that also got it as well.
Yep.
What do you mean? How?
Because of
definitely
the girl
seen
that he ends up fancying as well.
It is a half sister. Well, technically cousin because it'll be.
No, because in the movie they explain that Kovu wasn't Scar's.
But where did he come from then?
Yeah.
From
Oh my God.
another like
Pride?
pride, yeah.
Okay.
Huh.
Like the mum had Kovu with another lion, and then got with Scar.
Hmm.
Okay.
He's not even yours, but weirdly looks like yours.
Yes,
Yeah.
basically, yes.
Turns out it's nurture over nature, which is weird because that's what the whole film's about. About God damn it.
I also Disney do music song thing.
I really like Disney. Disney is one of my favourites.
Disney.
I used to watch The Lion King 2 on repeat as a child.
Mhm.
I don't think I ever saw it as a kid.
Oh,
I've yet.
so that's
Yeah.
not the reason why you're a furry then, huh?
I've yet to see
No,
it.
I have a lot of other reasons.
I have yet to see it.
You've not seen The Lion King 2?
Nope.
Oh, well, we're going to watch that together on Monday
I've
night.
never actually watched the first one.
The Lion King 2 is
Oh.
amazing. So good.
Like,
It's
Yeah,
got the
but
best
what
villain
about the
song.
new series? Lion King and the Lion, whatever it's called.
Oh,
Lion
watch
Guard.
the
My God.
Oh, I couldn't get into the Lion Guard.
Hurrah!
I think it's because I watched the movie, and I think the movie was aimed at a younger audience than what the series was.
Yeah.
Hmm. Wait, what?
activating tangent.
Older or younger?
younger.
Because I thought the TV series was like a very young audience.
Yeah. But oh. Can I still talk about the Lion King? Oh, bye, Ali. Oh, she could have
Bye.
stayed in and listened.
I mean, she could have. She didn't.
Hello and welcome. Oh my god, that was a bad time to do that. Hello and welcome to Curse of Strahd.
It's already cursed.
Jesus.
Oh, this is a nice little stream.
Oh,
It happens.
oh, you're going to
man,
be
it happens.
starting in a second. Oh, that means I got a second to quickly do my yawn before it's time. Let me just do it now.
The activating on.
Wondering what you're talking about. Once it
That was amazing.
turns out I couldn't hear me.
10 out of 10
Hello.
comic timing.
We are Damaged Die, and we're playing some D&D on Roll20 Curse of Strahd by Max. We are
Yes.
Group Grim, formerly known as Group A.
Soon
Good
to be
so-
known as Group Dead.
Nah.
And that's in the future. That's soon. That's yet to come. That name.
We continue our
Oh, when
adventure
you
from
see the
last
rest of
time,
me, the day
where we
is
fought
yours.
a extremely difficult zombie, and Cinder got some
It was like a
legs.
challenge
I got my
rating
stub
5
legs.
or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, like 19 at
Challenge rating
least.
5.
I got my stub legs.
You got my stump legs.
I'm
got
just
the
a
stub
normal
legs.
guy. I'm just a guy.
I'm just a guy. I don't want to die.
Because of my sore throat, I'm not going to attempt the voice today.
That's fine.
Oh, come on.
Does Mike have a voice?
Yeah, it's like
Not
a posh.
really.
It's like a kind of like a posh voice, an upper
Just
class
very
sort of voice.
shame.
Voice.
He's like well push.
Well, posh, ain't it, bruv?
Kind of condescending as well,
My name
especially
is
when you're
Lap
talking to
Mike.
Cinder.
Yeah,
Well.
it's even worse when it rains.
Yeah,
And it's cold.
condescending.
No, as in condensation.
So I have a
Hello,
couple of
Jake.
questions. One of them,
A
uh,
couple of answers.
why have we parked our cart through the house?
That's
The
a
house
good
is
question.
not able to catch fire.
We need to set it on fire.
We were currently sitting outside with trying. I think we were trying to make a bonfire pyre to try and set it alight.
Yeah, you were making a pyre for your fire for the house.
Yeah, that's the one. Cursed house.
I'd just like to see any of the villagers look over to it and go, what are them strangers doing? We're burning a house. Get over it.
So, I've had approximately a month to think about it, and I don't recommend burning down the house.
How about we burn it down
Yeah.
anyway?
Okay,
This is getting a bit
Okay.
boring, to be fair.
solid plan. Let me look away first. The last time I looked at it, it's empty.
Can you point one hand at it and cast Firebolt while looking away?
Doesn't have spells.
Oh.
Yes. Okay, and I just sort of point at it and go,
Fireball!
Oh yeah, Cinder's not magic.
oh no, I do have spells. What do I have spells?
Yeah. I thought you were a pyromancer.
No, he's
Bit of
a.
a shit pyromancer, if you ask me.
No, I'm a blood hunter, but I have a few spells as part of the thing.
Do you?
Yeah.
Have you
On
already...
its character sheet, it says he's a pyromancer.
My
Nice.
character sheet, where?
Yeah, on your drawn one.
I don't have a drawn one.
Your drawn one.
Oh. As in the picture of
Oh,
Cinder.
yeah. Because that's what I ultimately wanted to be. But I'm currently a level 3 blood hunter, so I use
Blood rights.
Guys, what
old
happened to D&D question time?
Hmm?
What happened to the
D&D
D&D
question time?
question?
It fell apart. I need to answer the questions actually. So.
D&D
Yeah,
Chronicle.
I've left them off because some people didn't catch up with them for now, and also we
I
hadn't
couldn't
played
find
for
the
a while.
chat,
So it's a bit-
unfortunately.
Could you not?
No, I tried
there.
looking for it. I couldn't find it. I checked
It was
every time I
beneath
clicked
the
on
chat
one.
rooms.
Every time I clicked on one, it was like, oh, this one's blank. Oh.
What, the character questions under one-shot D&D campaign?
Yeah, right there.
Oh, thank you. Now I found it because you've drawn me straight to it.
That's
Ah,
it. Just spam it daily
yes.
now.
This is question.
I'm gonna ask my favorite question. What time of day is it?
I think we left off during the evening,
wow.
didn't we?
Hmm.
So probably do
Oh,
actually have like a big.
James, they updated it. James and Max, they updated it. Wherever. I can click on my features now and roll the blood right features.
Oh dear.
What, on the character sheet thing?
Yeah.
The one that links your one to. Nice.
Yeah, on the Beyond.
You
Beyond
see,
20.
because Mike is just
Yeah.
a normal guy, I've just given him a normal basic character sheet.
Yeah, it doesn't actually have any details on it. It's just blank.
Just got
Also-
Mike written across on the top.
Can I light a torch and throw it at the house?
Yeah, I guess so.
I light a torch and just try to set light to the house. But the second it catches anything, I turn away.
I put my hands on my hips and watch.
Can I
Yeah, I'd say.
stealthily slink off and try and find something a bit more interesting than this?
Sure. Kind of just slink away.
Ooh, stealth. Oh, I badly stealthed.
Noticing that,
you-
can I
you-
follow the damn
I
thing?
like to think you exclaimed to the group, "I'm just going to go over here." And then,
Literally.
Yeah, then
Oh.
shortly followed after by Cinder after chucking the torch, which is currently setting fire to the sticks.
It was
against
all
the
of 1
house.
second before I go, bored, and just begin following the damn thing.
Yeah, so that kind of like board throw where it's like, eh.
Yeah.
I'm gonna head
all
up
of 1
off
second
that
for
statue.
my attention span waned, and I just sort of started following the cat.
we moved this cart to about here next to us. Just to
Good.
state before we burn a house that we haven't burnt the cart, because that'd be unfortunate.
Too bad you've already set fire to the cart.
Oh dear, cart's on fire. Right, run through the town with it.
Quick. No, quick. Must attach the horse.
Can
But
we
then the
take it
horse
round
won't
town
get
just
set on
going,
fire.
"Going out, you're not burned."
Exactly.
Free cremation.
But yeah, so
We cremate. It's great.
from Mike's point of view, as the like the semi bonfire thing begins to burn, you watch as the like actual like sticks burn, but the house doesn't.
I kind of just moved my arms from on my hips to like flat down again and sort of look like a drain sort of. Ugh, that didn't work. And then look at Chance. Not say anything, but I just look at Chance.
Chance nods back. You didn't even nod, but I'll nod to you.
Um,
And then I get in the back of the cart.
it's
Mike,
not
surely
going
we
anywhere.
can see where the others have gone.
If I sit in this, it will move.
Chance gave me the nod. I took that as he's gonna sit up front and ride the horses.
Show for me.
Climbing the front.
This is a very pampered guard.
Right.
I'm on
Go to-
holiday.
Maneuver the cart and drive, steer. What would be the correct? Whatever, and try and follow the other group with Mike in the back.
I like to think you
Yeah.
tapped the horse and pointed at them. That way.
This horse just indignant at the suit of armor trying to tell it what to do.
Oh, what kind of a horse do we have?
Dead one.
Can it be
Tired,
a
yeah.
Is it Clydesdale?
No.
Oh,
It's a chestnut
I do
stallion.
quite like a Clydesdale though, to be fair.
it's a nice horse.
It's a chestnut stallion.
It's a Zorse.
1 second. Just looking
I
at
think
what
you've
this
actually said what
counts
horse
as.
it was.
Nope. I
No,
don't. I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
yeah.
I wouldn't.
Can we have an Irish cob, please? Because they're cute.
Hmm.
this is a very
Probably
good
wouldn't
thing.
be very cute.
It's a very good thing to prioritize at the start of a campaign.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Excuse
How
me.
else are we supposed to be able to play at this point? We need to know, James.
You know James already.
Can
Mike
you
says
roll,
as he turns to look at Mike. For some reason, he's saying James.
Izzy, can you roll
Uh,
1d immersion?
So apparently it's a black roan stallion.
That's not going to be very good at pulling a cart, is it?
Is it not? I don't know. Don't look at me. I don't know. Just put it on a random generator.
Tells me anything.
Well, this horse isn't moving, Chance. I sit up the front with
Oh.
Chance and I kind of wiggle the reins a little bit.
Oh,
Mr. Frodo, I
use the
don't actually
reins.
know.
I kind of just wriggle the reins a little bit.
It's so shaggy. It's got big floofy hooves.
Yeah, that's what we want. That's what we want. We want one of those.
Make it so, Max. Make it so.
Da, 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 da. It just turns into that horse.
You hear this horrible.
That's my.
His body parts start shifting.
Oh no, we've
It's
just
just
used up our
right
one
next to
divine
it.
intervention.
I'm just gonna put. I'll post it. I'll post it in the voice.
One
is the
divine
horse we now have.
intervention.
Fluffy.
Yeah.
I'll enter your venture if you're not careful.
So what
As I
happens when I
continue
just sort of wiggle
moonwalking
these
into the dandy.
reins?
Into
Dun, 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 dun,
Not
dun,
next to him,
dun,
just
dun,
like,
dun,
oof.
dun, 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 dun,
So I'm giving these reins a good old wiggle. What's happening?
It begins to trot forward.
Perhaps you should
God,
have
that's
the
me.
reins, JJ.
White horse.
Despacito. Oh, horse, turn. Horse, turn. Please.
As you careen into my friend's house.
Oh, it's only being controlled by Izzy, apparently.
Oh, you gave control to Izzy, yeah, when we first arrived.
Oh no. That's not how horses work. It's gliding along.
As the horse T-poses.
Oh,
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 God. I
oh!
hate that idea.
You took control away from me.
I've got the reins.
Yeah, it's because I was the one that was driving it.
Ivan. So, you guys kind of like wander through the town, I'm assuming.
Yeah, we're following
Um,
behind on the horse.
And kind of as before, there's still people around, but they're keeping to themselves, glancing at you with kind of dour expressions, and like people are kind of within their homes or drearily wandering the roads.
Like a bored child, my
So what
glaive
you're
is
saying-
dragging through the mud behind me.
Doesn't even make a scraping sound. It's just.
That's a
As
scraping
just
sound.
glaive just carving a line in the mud.
So what you're saying, Max, the atmosphere is like Britain during the COVID lockdown.
During winter, yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of like that. Though I feel like people in Britain are too upbeat for COVID currently. So I feel like people
beat
should
a
be more
smile.
depressed. Can't beat a smile. Yeah, you can with your fists.
Oh no!
You can beat anything if you put your mind to it. Even women.
But yeah. Is there any particular directions you want to go? Like,
Absolutely not.
The segue. So
No, there's
where
no
are we-
segues. That's the
going
future
for?
stuff.
Dandy, where are we going?
In this direction. I'll just take a turn down here.
I'm tired.
Uh-oh.
Can I have control of the
Okay.
cart, please?
I did. I gave you control. Or oh, you're using your camera account this time around.
I am, sorry.
Rolls
Blame
eyes.
James.
God
It's
damn
just
it,
the one that
James.
automatically logged in. Thank you.
James' fault.
So we're moving along, and then we notice that you turn into an area that I can't move the
Well,
cart into.
Can they just follow my pike track?
We can see you.
Yeah.
You're only in front of us. But yeah, I can follow it.
But yeah, you turn down the alley, kind of like between these two houses, and like you can see that there's like rats are scurrying and stuff. Don't worry, they're not in a swarm.
Why are we going this way?
Maybe we should take the next right if we can, Mike. Oh,
I think that's really safe.
Sandy, where are we going?
Obviously, the cart's not as big as the entire pathway, but you know.
I'm
I just
bored.
I ignore Cinder. Can't be
Are we there yet?
Clop, 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 clop. Ah, the dandy.
Ah, the douchebags.
I kind of look at you two and kind of, yeah.
Danny, they called you a douchebag.
I roll my eyes and I keep on walking.
The
I didn't
red-
really want you guys following me, but
Sandy, where are we going?
So yeah, as you come up to like the bigger building, you can see that there's like a chimney going, and kind of like a single shaft of light thrusts, kind of illuminates the main square, and its brightness looking like a solid pillar in this heavy sort of fog. Above the gaping doorway, a sign seems to hang precariously askew,
Nice.
proclaiming this to be the Blood on the Vine Inn tavern. Right.
Oh, blood.
exactly the kind of place
sounds
I was looking for.
delightful.
Let's go in.
Do they do blood on tap here? That's kind of cool. Edgy.
I just kind of like burst in, like trying to make a dramatic entrance, kind of swinging the door open as loudly as I can.
Hey, Chance,
Yes.
do you need to like rest at all, or do you just like don't need to?
I just need to enter a state of inactivity.
But do you have to?
When I go for my rest, yes.
I see. In that case, you can come inside. I was going to suggest you look after horse for the entire night and just stand there as a sentry, but you know.
I mean, I could take my long rest in with the horse. In
Nah, I
the
think
car.
you should come in, otherwise you'll miss
If
out
you're
on all
just a
the social
machine, stay there.
encounters.
Thank you.
I kind of just, I don't know, parallel park the cart next to the tavern, like that.
Beep, beep, beep. This car says reversing.
I have no
Ugh,
idea how to use this
they're
thing, so I'm assuming
drivers.
the horse is just doing it all by himself.
Kind of. It like trots backwards, but kind of you hear clattering of the kind of cart behind, the
Lovely.
carriage.
I think that's perfect. I pet the horse on the face.
It like shakes its face at you, huffs.
That means it likes me. That means it likes me, I say with the mic closer to my face.
But yeah, Dandy, when you enter the room, you kind of see like the people sitting around. You also notice that there's a blazing fire in the hearth, kind of giving a slight warmth to the room, with a few people huddled around it.
I just walk up and go, clap my hands together in front of the fire and go, ah.
Hang on, sorry, I'll be right back. Just 1 second.
As the dandy runs out the building. What?
I get to the doorway and then notice that there's a dandy T-posing in the doorway, and I wait.
It just begins floating. Like,
Hey, stop lagging, yeah? Eh?
what am I watching? Why is
Where's
there?
my holy water?
There's a horse just on fire in the voice chat, burning my eyes.
Oh, I forgot Chance had that.
What?
Sorry, it's fine.
Hey,
Nothing bad.
do you remember something
Cool.
interesting?
Not normally. Why?
Fair enough. I actually legit forgot where I was going with that.
Oh,
Oh my god. I was just sharing epilepsy in a GIF.
Yeah, careful,
my
darling.
eyes
You'll
hurt.
kill people.
I
You
still hear
you didn't
initial
say
D
an
in the
epilepsy
song.
warning or put it as a spoiler or anything. So people are just gonna die now.
I'm
It's
hearing
alright.
initial D in my head.
I've never been into space before.
Deja vu, never been with this horse before. Higher on the street.
A day ago, McFluff Squared has used one bit to say, "Cheers, it's a spooky, spooky ghost."
So, did any of you guys use your inspiration last time?
I don't believe I
No.
did.
Don't
Frank
know.
did.
Yeah, I think I did. Because that's
That
how I
was
got my
kind of
legs.
buddy. Yeah. That's how I got my legs.
That's how I got my stout legs.
Um, try to look for inspiration. Where did it go? Where did it go? It's over here. Oh no.
I can breathe.
Can you?
Yeah.
But I don't want you to.
One breathe later.
Steady
Laying on the floor
aim.
dead.
Plus 3 damage. Second wind. As a bonus action, I regain 1d10 fighters. So I get to make a roll of 1d10, and that's how many new fighters I get to add to my bonus action. I want 9 firefighters, please.
Wait, what?
Specifically ones that fight fire with fire.
One fire later.
I get a little bit bored of waiting for Dandy to walk through the door, so I kind of just like shimmy past the Dandy and go meet Cinder at the hearth.
Okay. So you and Cinder are just standing by the fire now with these other gentlemen.
So I kind of go.
I,
So
I,
Should I bring Dandy in?
yeah, go on then.
But Dandy's
Hello?
already
Sorry,
in.
I'm back.
Oh,
um,
as I go to pick up the Dandy.
What? Why are we picking me up?
You were
Move
you were
you in.
you were
outside
kind
the
of just
house.
like stuck in the doorway, so we
Next.
casually move around you.
Mhm.
can I throw one of the spare legs I took from the haunted house into the fire?
Oh no.
Just to help it keep going.
One of the spare legs.
I
Oh,
took
yeah,
two of
yeah,
the
yeah.
Spare leg?
skeleton bits.
Yeah, I forgot. All right, yeah. You throw this leg onto the fire. And the people kind of they don't gasp. They just kind of like turn to you with their eyebrow raised.
It's really good for the spice, eh?
If you say so.
You don't get any.
How
sort of
bad does it
response from the
smell?
people. Pretty bad. It's like burnt flesh. It smells like when you've taken really acrid pork and then just left it to kind of cinder. Funny enough.
Haha.
Hey!
With that, I kind of move away and go find an unoccupied table.
Mhm.
Because funny enough, I don't
There,
like the smell of burnt flesh.
there luckily is a free table that you sit down. Is there anything that anybody else does as you enter this
I
building?
kind of beckon Chance over.
Can I get a look around in my surroundings, see what sort of like, see if there's anyone particularly shady or keeping an eye on me or something?
I would also like to
Um,
look for shady people.
Sure. I mean, you're in a building, so it might be a little bit shady.
I was about to say that. There's only one light source in the middle, right? So there's quite a lot of shady people in the corners.
16. See if anyone's particularly keeping an eye on us,
That's why the quest givers are.
or if anyone's like
Uh,
focusing on us since we arrived. Oddly,
there is one person, and he's a bit of a younger gentleman.
intriguing.
Wait, what? Why did you get 16?
That looks like advantage.
Yeah, you rolled with
Oh,
advantage there,
Why
Frank.
did I roll with advantage?
So your first
Because
roll would have been a
Dandy was
natural one.
helping you.
Because of the ability, because it was doing the trying to do the what do you call it, the Hunter's Bane thing, because I'm a blood hunter for the tracking undead. So 6
Oh.
was the one I actually got. Sorry.
Yeah.
So
I
a
don't know why
natural
I
one.
rolled
Uh,
advantage.
I'm not looking for people who are keeping an eye on us. I'm looking for
Yes.
people who look like criminals.
Is there burned fleshy stuff in my eyes now?
Yeah.
Yeah, you kind of get a waft of like the smoke into your like face, and it
I don't regret
obfuscates
this.
you. And yeah, Dandy, you don't like. There's no one that looks particularly shady. Like there's no one that's looks like a criminal.
Oh, is that blood?
They all just look like downtrodden people, like worker folk who, unfortunately, are living in the current situation that they are.
Okay, I head over to the bar then, and I say to the barkeep, "What an upstanding inn that you have here."
He's currently just cleaning a glass, like focusing more on it than he is at you, just staring at it like with a sort of long gaze. And he it's just like, do you want something or not?
Hang on.
Have you got any Goodwood mead? You know, mead from the pound of Goodwood.
We don't have any outsourced drinks here.
What do you have?
That's me shouting from my chair, by the way. Kind of rude, but you know, I've had a hard day.
Mainly just wine.
Wine?
Wine? I
Wine?
exclaim.
Indeed.
Ah, very high society. I like it.
No, it's just the cheap stuff.
Ah, shit.
Anything that isn't the cheap stuff?
No.
Well, I suppose I'll have some wine then.
Excuse me, dear patron. Where the hell
He
are
looks
we,
up from his
please?
glass. You're in Barovia, the town, not the place.
Who's in
Okay.
charge?
Regrettably, it's our burgomaster, here at least.
Ah, he sells and
Ah.
makes burgers.
Is he powerful? Are they powerful?
The burgomaster holds no real sway. He's just the central mayor of the town. But there is one person who controls everything here.
Who is they?
Is it you?
No, no.
That would be
You
helpful.
think I'd
'Cause
be
then I
here
could
if I
listen to
could?
this guy.
His name is Strahd. I'm surprised you haven't heard.
No, I have not heard of the Strahd. Strahd, Steve. It all blends.
Yeah.
Can I roll a
He pours
history?
a.
I
Sure.
want to know if I have heard of the name Strahd.
He
Remember,
pours the glass
keep
of
an
wine
eye
for
out for
Dandy.
Scott.
There's
You
a
just hear
chance I might know, so might as well roll to see.
We all know a chance.
Ah,
Take a chance.
13. If I know of Strahd.
You only know him by name, and you only know that part of his name.
Cool.
And that's pretty much it. There's no real
And
depth of detail.
that's
Nice.
because he just told you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I only know what he's just told me, which is fair. I am just a guy.
It is ruled by Strahd. Oh yes, I know Strahd. Oh yes, really? Yes, because you just said so.
I'm just a guy.
We are now in a conversation loop.
I sniff the wine and then take like a small sip.
Your small sip kind of lets you gauge its like
Shit.
its flavor, and it's not shit. It's just not great. It's not. It's just almost like having gone off grape juice, which is
Mm.
essentially what wine is, but without the sort of sugars and things like that would make it appealing.
I kind of wrinkle my nose. How much is this?
That's just one copper.
Acceptable, I suppose. And I hand over the copper.
The dandy.
He takes it and
Is that any
puts
good?
it in.
The dandy. Is that any good?
Oh, it's lovely, I say as I also shake my head.
Oh, cool. But I'll just have as I walk up. I'll just have a water, please.
Can I approach the bartender?
Sure.
Excuse me, dear friend. I would like you to give a round to everybody in this tavern.
I'm not paying
Raises
for
an
that.
eyebrow at you.
As I walk up to Chance and go, hey Chance, I need you to cover me a tab.
I'm sorry,
He
but I
looked
gave you
down.
half my gold recently. I have no more on me.
Oh shit. I will cover the tab with JJ's money.
I have no money.
Oh, there's not the money you gave me.
I just love the idea of, can I have some more money? I've already given you all the money. Oh, okay. Well, I'll just use that then.
Oh.
God.
Is there anyone that I would, or we would deem as interesting as such? You know, is there anyone who stands out?
There was that young guy that Max mentioned.
Yeah,
We
the
should probably
young
go
guy.
talk to him. But I haven't
Well,
noticed him. It was one of your roles that noticed him. Either
Oh no,
dandy
I
or
think I
Signet.
technically didn't because I looked at the wrong role.
I see. So
Would I have noticed him with my investigation?
Yes.
Okay. I go and sit next to him.
Mm-hmm.
So, you from around here?
Oh, well, I was going to invite you over myself, but it's good to see that you've already made yourself your way over here.
I like to take the
yes,
initiative.
literally.
We well, I certainly grew up here.
Poor
The
you.
name's Ismark. And he reaches forward with a hand.
I take his hand. I'm the dandy.
Chops it off.
Shakes your hand
Have
and
another one
then
for
he
the
withdraws
fire.
it back to his drink, kind of swilling like a glass of wine.
So, why were you hoping we'd come over?
Ah, well, you just seem like you're from out of town, so to speak.
That
And
is definitely true.
I mean, you certainly seem more lively than the others around here, obviously.
Still squealing all
Why
that
is
beef
everyone so dreary around here?
Have you not seen the weather? Or at least the conditions of everything that you've managed to see on your way in?
I mean, where I spent most of my youth, it was snowing the entire time, you know. We still got on with it. So it's the weather.
Snow is nice enough, not
Didn't
that
hear
I've
that.
ever seen it myself, but
Yeah.
you'd certainly expect it to be more engaging than a fog that obfuscates everything.
Should we build a snowman?
No.
Fog.
Should we be a fogman?
Is the fog dangerous? Do people get lost in it a lot?
Yes, unfortunately, none of us here, or at least none of the wise ones, anybody that's lived here certainly doesn't attempt to go in it for longer than needs be.
See,
Hmm.
our party ended up in some rather nasty fog the other day. On its right round,
This morning.
was it this morning?
I
I
don't
don't
know.
remember.
I don't know. Maybe yesterday.
It was possibly yesterday because you've taken a short rest between, long rest between the two.
Yeah, because we'd rested, and then in the morning we headed out and found the big fuck off gate.
I just always love how timescale works. Like, oh yeah, this felt like a long time ago. It was this morning. Oh fuck.
Yeah, it's because it spends like months in between each. But he's just like, ah, I see. So you had trouble on the way in, as most people do. It's only the Vistani that managed to come in unhindered.
The Vistani.
Ah, yes, travelers of sorts. They come and go as they please. Don't seem to have any issue leaving through the fog and exiting Barovia and coming back with whatever wares they have and stories that they like to tell.
Could they have something to do with the fog? If they know how to navigate it.
Doubtful, at least from what I've been told.
And what about this Strahd character? He sounds curious.
You see him perk up when you say that. Funny you should say his name. I actually wanted to talk to you about him specifically, or at least something that involves him directly. He is the benefactor. Doesn't sound like the right word. He's the owner of this land of Barovia, not just the town, but the entire place itself. He controls it to a certain degree. His ownership over the land being far greater than just in title and description. This fog is his doing. It's to hinder anybody that would interfere with his business and deter and get rid of anybody that might cause him issue.
So, what you're saying is you want us to interfere.
No, I need you to help me with something far more important and less likely to just end in your death. Or at
I
least
have
I
a
would hope.
habit of escaping my death.
That's always good, though can't determine from how you look as to whether that's affordable. I need you to help me get my sister away from Strahd. She's here in the town, and I need you to escort her to a safer place, a place away from Strahd's reach.
And what's in it for us?
Well, you will certainly be compensated. You need merely just travel to the location, and I'll be sure that you get paid. If you return, that is.
If there's a reward, then I will return. And I give him like a smirk.
He like chuckles slightly, and he's like the only one that has shown any sort of expression and sort of, you know, emotion.
Max, I have a question.
Yes,
What are we doing
I
here?
may have an answer.
Were we like with a guild?
You are. You're part of the Cadavus Equus.
So we would likely pick up jobs and stuff to help. That'd be like one of our things to do, right?
Yeah, you were commissioned to not only investigate but deal with a zombie incident in the place nearby, and then suddenly you got dragged here.
Okay. Carry on. Sorry, just wanted to clear that up.
Yeah, that's fine. It's
Mm.
important information to know what the fuck you're doing. Um, and yeah, he just kind of like looks at you and he's like, "Yes, with my father being the burgomaster here, I'm sure he can afford to pay you."
Oh, so your father was the Burgermeister. Hmm?
Do I hear either of them say that?
Yes.
And
Yeah, I
immediately
figured that
just like,
everyone's kind of here.
oh, I
No, I'm
immediately,
not.
I was still by the fire with the feet, but then I immediately slink over to the seat and sit next to him with an arm over his shoulder.
He looks over you with the wine in his hand and kind of takes a sip for a second, looking at you.
It is a
Raised
pleasure,
eyebrow.
dearest clientele.
Cinder, get your mitts off.
I do not have these things you call mitts. I only have these cloths.
Or whatever you call them. Get them off.
Mm, I'd prefer it if you did not try to stop me from befriending my new partner in crime.
Yes, well, at least 4 of you should hopefully be capable of dealing with something as straightforward as point A to point B, I would hope.
It sounds like effort. I don't know if I could be bothered, to be honest.
Well, you have my word. We'll make sure your sister is safe.
Ah, well, it's good at least to have one person who's reliable.
If she
He begins
dies,
to
do you
look
blame
around.
us?
Well, of course. I mean, it would be your job to protect her in this situation.
Just sounds like
Uh,
hassle.
maybe we could put her inside the tin suit.
That's actually quite clever.
What do you say, Chance?
What was that? Sorry. Mike is asking about playing some cards.
Ah, cards. Perhaps I'll join you in a minute. Anyway, his sister, and I point to the guy, can fit in your suit. Yeah.
This
I
isn't a
don't.
suit. This is me.
I don't believe
So I tap my
our
chest.
friend here is hollow.
Oh. I turn to Cinder. I always thought he was hollow.
No, the only hollow one here is that Mike guy.
I kind of choke on my drink a bit.
Good one. Good one.
See, I'm funny, aren't I, Fred? As I still have my arm over his shoulder.
I guess.
So yeah, Chance, are you in or out? Because it seems like hassle.
I'll keep
Seems
you
like a
guys
good
safe.
way to get close to the Burgermeister, if you ask me.
I think we should do it. I mean,
Totally.
You could have
it
someone
beats
in need
sitting
as
here
well.
all night.
Yeah. So, excuse me, dude.
The-
Is marked up if
yes.
you want. What is this place? Is this just like, is this the tavern in the town?
The tavern we're currently in.
Yes, is this like, the hub of this place? Because we need to kind of get information together.
I mean, it's the hub of this town. Why do you ask? And he like raises an eyebrow.
Just want to know what place we're dealing with, and the best way to do that is to find out where the main sort of
Excuse
tavern
me.
is, and then we can start finding information.
He looks around the room, and then looks over at like the 3 people sitting on the table closest to the door.
Yep. Who do I see?
Kind of
What
like shifty.
are they looking at shifting? You say?
Well, yeah, like he's looking a bit shifty and they're looking a bit shifty.
Okay. Who are they?
No one. Don't worry about it. Why is? Do you know something?
No, I just wanted to see if I could figure out, what sort of place this is, other than, gloomy as all fuck.
Unfortunately, that is the majority of what this is. Can everyone give me a history roll?
Yes. That. Why are you doing it on here when I can do it here? That wasn't advantage, was it? Why do I keep rolling advantage?
12, because you got it ticked properly.
It's fine. It's probably automatically rolls with advantage. It's fine as long as we just go by the first one.
Ah, there we
So,
go. You right click it and
Cinder,
it rolls.
yeah, Cinder and Mike, you remember, funny enough, it kind of twinges in your mind now that you remember something about the Burgermeister of Barovia and hearing it before.
Yeah.
You had a letter from him.
Oh, is that what's in my inventory that says note with seal?
Mm-hmm.
Oh
Cool.
shit! Hey, bro, your dad totally sent us a thing.
Yeah, so at that hearing of that, that tweaks my memory, and I just put my cards down for a moment and hand it over to the guys to say. Oh, I hand it over to Cinder. And go. I'm pretty sure this is what you were talking about, Cinder. Here you go.
Yeah, dude, your dad sent us this. Like, I totally forgot because I nearly got killed by children. But is this from your dad?
He
I just shove
takes
it in
the
his
letter.
face.
He takes it and he's just like, and he looks over the writing. This is my father's handwriting. Where did you find this?
It was sent to us.
Really?
Yeah,
Seems rather strange.
super special secret letter.
Wait,
not
when did we
kidding.
get this letter?
I was just here for the promise of money.
I don't know when I got it, but I have got it.
You picked it up from the dead person who I think you actually sent Chance to get it.
Oh no, you shit, the guy at the wolves. We
Yeah.
found it in
Hmm.
totally legit place.
That sounds like a deception, then, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I'm okay at that.
But I had it. You must have gave it to me.
Yeah, Charles probably
Um,
gave it to you.
yeah, I think it was because you were like, that's creepy.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's just like, oh, very strange. I don't remember my father ever sending out a letter about this, but certainly
I
seems like this is a letter about getting
Sorry.
help for my sister.
What did the letter say again?
It said, Hail thee of might and valour, I, the Burgermeister of Barovia, send you honour with despair. My adopted daughter, the fair Irene Kolyana, has been these past nights bitten by a vampire. For over 400 years, this creature has drained the lifeblood of my people. Now my dear Irene languishes and dies from an unholy wound caused by this vile beast. It has become too powerful to conquer. So I say to you, give us up for dead and encircle this land with the symbols of good. Let holy men call upon their power that the devil may be contained within the walls of weeping Barovia. Leave our sorrows to our graves and save the world from this evil fate of ours. This
Dude,
much, this
your
is much
dad
wealth.
is
Poetic.
eloquent.
There is much wealth entrapped in this community. Return for your reward after we are all departed for a better life.
Your dude is like super worthy and shit.
Super wordy.
So, what you're telling me is this isn't really as simple as what you made it out to be. You
Oh.
want us to save your sister from a vampire?
Chance.
Blah blah blah.
Yes.
Any chance you can fix this? And I put the broken shards of a lantern on the table.
He looks at you, Dandy, and he says, "Well, I didn't make it out as if he was some sort of mortal, did I?"
But you didn't say otherwise. Generally, the assumption
No.
is that someone is mortal.
To
Surely.
be fair, he did say the guy would kill us.
That is true.
And that his power extends the reach of Barovia, and his mist is not only foul and dangerous, but also deceptive and has many other tricks.
My
I was not
power
trying to
extends-
obfuscate this from you. I keep saying that now. I need to stop saying it. It's not the right word for all situations.
That is a very
Not-
fancy word that you keep using there.
Today's word is
And I'm not sure you know exactly what it means.
I don't. I seem to be forgetting myself.
my power extends a little bit about, and I just hold the pike out.
You know, I always fancied myself to be a vampire. I reckon
Oh,
I've
no,
got the
you-
teeth for it. And I just kind of like push my like gum up and like show off my little cat teeth.
Oh, he's
Your
always
cat
fancied
teeth.
himself.
And he's got, you know, the little teeth that the cats have
Yeah.
along the top next to
You just hear a cute meow sound when she does it.
No.
It's not my favourite sound. The cat's fake.
I love the little like crappy teeth at the front that they have that don't do anything.
Nyang, 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 nyang.
Angel, we're talking about you.
The teeth.
She's sleeping in
Just
her
like-
chair.
One would probably not want to be a vampire if I would be so inclined.
Oh no, who needs all that immortality?
And power. And the amount of wealth that you can amass over
And pale
an
skin.
infinite
I pipe
lifetime.
up.
What
I
about
mean,
they're just
guards
as
I don't think that would
mortal as
affect
you,
me.
Pale fur?
I mean, I'm already going grey.
You do look quite old.
Alright, I'm gonna roll a performance to see if I win this game of cards.
Okay.
You
Oh,
wait.
can I have cheated when I
Or
dealt them
would
out?
you like
Is there a way I
intelligence?
can do that?
It's
Wait, you
intelligence.
dealing them out? What? What's happening?
We had a little chat
Oh,
thing.
sorry,
So I've
we're
moved over
playing cards.
to and I'm just
Don't
about to
mind
deal
us.
out cards, but can I do a sleight of hand to deal them out?
Can we make a map
In my
of card
favour.
playing?
I mean, there is one. So
Oh,
Just-
but,
there you go.
oh no. Now we actually have to do something. Here we go.
What are we doing?
I don't know. Here, have 5 cards.
Oh, but I want to deal them out unfairly.
Roll sleight of
How are
hand.
you going to do that when they're all legit?
I don't know. I don't know. I just want it's a sleight of hand.
When the universe makes you play straight.
Apparently, you can actually steal cards, and it just says stealing.
Oh, I love it. Steal
I
request.
don't know why.
Why is it a request to steal? Does that defeat the object? No way! You're not allowed to steal my cards.
I have one card.
Ah.
I have a 10 of clubs. Here you go.
Wait, hang on a
It's
sec. Hang on a
everyone.
sec. You have a 10 of clubs. Oh, you've won the game!
Oh.
Oh,
With a stare. What is
I
this?
have 3 hearts. Can I have 3 hearts, please?
Wait, you have 3
No.
hearts. Oh, is that? Did you get 2 hearts and then 1 heart, and you also got like a -2 heart
I
over
don't
there?
even steal Cinder in.
No, I just have 3 hearts.
Mike rolls a dice across the table, and every side says "fuck off."
That's an impressive dice. Custom.
Right. And I snatch my cards up off the table and I'm like, I'm not having this anymore.
That's okay. I didn't know how to play anyway. As you look at your wine, and it appears I've drunk it.
Ismark is
My
just kind of
wine.
sitting there, very confused as to how this devolved so quickly.
It's all right. We're just on the other table trying to play a game, but none of us knew the rules. It's all good.
It's just the fact that there was a conversation going on, and I didn't realise that she was Izzy had moved over to a different
Yeah,
table.
the
playing
dandy was
cards.
going between both. It went over Dilton cards to us, then realised the conversation was carrying on, so went back over there, continued that.
I figured that they were kind of in close enough earshot that we could just converse.
I guess so. You're just kind of shouting across table.
I think that's fine.
Yay!
That suits our
Yeah.
party to a T, let's be honest.
I don't think it's that out of the ordinary. A vampire, you say? What?
You know,
Everybody just turning around, being like, "Oh,
I just go back to cooking limbs.
Should we head out?
Oh, we have to go now?
I thought we were going now. Is
Well,
now a good time to go?
I don't know. Does your friend say that now is a good time to go?
Hey, Ash. Is now a good time to go?
I'm pretty sure his name was
It is Mark.
Spencer.
It is Mark.
Where's my
Fuck, guys.
Pikachu?
No, it's definitely Ash.
Always
Ash.
remember a target. What?
I mean, I wasn't even sure if you accepted it after all this."
Is Mark?
Like I said, so long as there's a reward, I will be back.
I don't wanna.
I'm a cat of very simple wants.
I think I need to change my personal traits, ideals, bonds, and flaws because I haven't followed any of them today.
Because shouldn't Mike be like, "Oh my gosh, yes, I'll go and save your sister"?
Oh yeah, look, personality straight away. I'm always respectful and polite. Yep, that didn't work. Responsibility. I do what I have to do to follow just authority. Kinda. My honor is my life. I uphold the law even if the law causes suffering. Oh.
Oh Jesus Christ!
Wait, so incidentally, he follows Strahd. He's enforcing the law of the place here.
Literal police brutality, but that's fine.
Oh my god.
Guard brutality, still police brutality.
Do you see any sirens on my head?
Siren.
You just see me holding up a bit of red cloth, then a blue cloth, then a red cloth, then a blue cloth.
Yeah, what, in front of the lantern you just fixed?
Yeah. Yeah, I fixed it.
I think Mike
Uh,
might have had too much wine. I
He's
look at
not
my
had a
empty
drink
glass that he is drunk. Yes, he's drunk my wine.
When did this happen? Did he do it right after you said, "Oh yeah, here you go"?
I don't know when it happened, but it happened.
So confused.
Me
I didn't
too.
I think I
plan
was
it
just
to
playing like
go
a
this
game,
way.
and I was drinking my water, and I ran out of water, so I just drank
We'll grab the next cup.
the red water.
Very bitter, very like.
But then
Anyway,
Elbow.
I get up and I go buy Dandy a new drink because that was rather rude of me, and I'm a polite person after all.
Hey,
anyway,
bro, do you wanna fuck?
Ash, where would be a good place to begin our search for your sister?
Like I said, she's currently in my father's manor. She lives with us.
So she's not currently with Strahd.
No. She's been afflicted by him.
Bitten.
Not so much bitten. His whims, his fancies of kind of luring
Ah,
him and her together.
the dandy just bites his tongue. You see him go to say something, but then he's like, no, maybe not.
Dandy, here, have this.
Oh, thank you. I mean, I didn't really want it, but thank you.
I took 2 of them.
One was for you and the guy, because I know Chance probably wouldn't want to drink it, so they
Well, I
don't
just
do.
took both in front of the guy.
right, you remember too well, Mike.
Oh, they had an oil, so here you go.
I'm fine.
Is that happening now? Sus?
Wait, what's happening?
I don't know. Are we going? Are we staying?
So, yes, I was planning on taking you to my father's manor so that you can escort her from there.
Oh, so you're coming with us?
Just to the manor. It's in
How
town.
delightful! I always enjoy new company.
I take one sip as I hear that we're leaving. I go, ah.
You can have mine as well, Mike, if you like. And I just hand you the drink you brought me back.
I hold the glass in my hand. I think, shall I down it? Shall I take the glasses? But that would be stealing, so I can't really take the glasses.
We like to drink with Mike, because Mike is our mate.
Then my inner guard at the pub night kicks in, so just down them both.
Oh, back on
Can you roll
duty.
a constitution for me?
I certainly can, but it'd be easy because I do this all the time.
I'm
Does a
not
lot of
going.
damage.
Oh, you're all gonna love this and be amazed of how easy I handle these drinks.
Easy in hell.
Turns out, 3 wines is enough for Mike to get a little bit sloshed, just a little bit.
Yeah, you're a bit sloshed. You're not completely on the floor or anything.
Guys, there's 3 zombies in the room.
I see them too, but they were here before us. It'd be rude to hurt them. As I stumble to the door, not majorly stumbling, but sort of just get to the door and then sit in the back of the cart. Well, we're going, aren't we?
I'm not going. I refuse.
Yeah, the Ismark stands up, and as he is kind of brushing himself off from the seat, you hear like a sudden crashing sound as the carpet on the floor kind of wafts up, and a cellar panel sort of well, not panel, but a trap door swings open.
What the hell just happened?
Eh? Did we just lose our friend? Oh. Hello, big merman.
Slightly oversized moment.
Did this happen before I left or after I left?
You were getting to the door, stumbling out
Okay,
of it.
cool. I'll go back to the door then. There you go. What just
Yeah, you.
happened?
Giant metal man.
I think he's talking to you, Chance.
As he walks up to Chance. You must be creaky. Perhaps some oil, my friend.
Everyone keeps trying to give me oil. Don't need it, I say.
I've never seen a suit of armor so alive.
Oh, so it turns out that he's not a suit of armor. There's actually something inside him.
A cat.
I
That's
like to
the
think that
dandy to
he's.
you, actually. You'll find.
It
I like
appears
to
this
think that he's
cat
got
has
like a
evolved
metal
to wear
heart,
clothes.
some metal hair.
Very fancy clothes.
Yeah,
Do you like
I'm
them?
scared.
very flashy. Would you like a treat, dear cat?
Mm. What kind of a treat do you have in mind?
As I pull that up, almost pulls out a small satch or what looks like dried seaweed bits, like little chunks.
I take one. I smell it.
As you go to take one, he'll hold it out and sort of dangle it like you would when you're about to throw it for a cat.
So, Mike's just come to for a brief moment. He's just looked at all the faces in his party and suddenly went, "Hang on a minute. Who are you?"
Me? As he like almost swishes his hair, like I am almost paladin.
While he's distracted, I take the seaweed from his hand.
That's sleight of hand.
No, I'm just gonna take it.
Easy.
Okay, well he's gonna hold on to it, so that's a strength check.
Hey, you're not the DM here.
Is it? I was just guessing. I wasn't saying. I was
It
just
would
like,
be
is
a
it-
contested grapple in a sense.
Okay, I'll try and grapple it. I'm not gonna take it while he's trying to dangle it in front of me.
Excuse me.
What do you want from me?
What do you want from me?
So dexterity, athletics, or sorry, death. Acrobatics or athletics?
Oh, can I do an acrobatics version? Perfect.
Sure.
Yes.
Yeah. as
You.
Oh, sorry, go.
I was going to say, you suddenly lose the grip on the seaweed as
Reality.
it's wrenched from your hand.
So in that cheesy style of you when they swish their hair in adverts, I swish my hair, look towards Mike and go, I intended that, as I bang my trident on the floor.
I
Dandy,
scoff the seaweed.
Dandy.
Yeah.
It's very salty.
What? Where? What's? I'll meet you on the cart.
Okay.
I get in there and
If I
I'm just
might
holding my
ask.
head. I took my helmet off, put it next to me, and I'm just holding my head.
Did I see where he put the rest of the seaweed?
Was it nice?
Frank?
I mean, he wouldn't be necessarily subtle about it, but I guess, I don't know, maybe a perception check? And
Did you take out a
I'll-
load, or did you just take out the one that you were dangling?
I took out one that I was dangling out of a pouch.
Yeah. Can I
Okay.
see? I want to look for the pouch.
Yeah, I'd imagine you could see the pouch.
Yeah, like it's not in like a difficult one to see.
Can I try and take the pouch?
Sure, that would be a sleight of hand.
Oh, that's not a very good sleight of hand.
And you just kind of jam your fingers into his hip.
As I just sort of like, oh wait, how tall are you? Is he?
6 foot.
So, for reference, when you see this paladin in full plate, he looks up at you with his 5'3".
Oh, why is he so short? I thought he was tall.
No, Triton are like notoriously smaller than humans. So,
So he couldn't even really dangle it in front of my face anyway, could he?
No, he dangled it, but he like expected you to act like a cat and be on all fours,
Oh.
because he's that.
I mean, he
conversation.
does run on all fours, to be fair.
Don't mind
He's
me.
6'3".
If you want more treats, you need only ask.
No.
If I might, why are you here exactly? Are you here for the guild?
Oh, we're here to find
Wait.
Ash's sister.
I'm not there, but someone ask him what guild he's from.
What guild are you from?
As you hear a printing noise, me asking the DM what guild I'm from.
There is no name for this guild. It is simply just the current group of people, like adventurers, who have accumulated here.
I am from an illustrious guild called the Downstairs Cellar. As I bang my trident on my shield proudly.
I've not heard of this one.
It is a mighty guild formed from me, Greg, and 3 guys called Stephen. And others.
Oh, do you have a Dave? You always need a Dave.
What is a Dave and how do I purchase one?
Oh, maybe I'll show you later.
I think we should all just point and laugh at Cinder that he's been quiet for so long.
He's just confused by the whole thing and quite grumpy. Still cooking his limbs.
Stoking them in the fire.
It's almost like
Literally.
his soul, his like player, if you would, has been sucked out of him and pushed into another entity.
Suddenly his body goes limp and drops to the floor.
I'd like to cast detect sarcasm.
It fails, unfortunately.
Yeah. So yes, if I might, who are you and why are you here?
I just start tapping my foot inside the in cart, but obviously you can't hear that.
Well, as I was saying, we're about to go and find Ash's sister.
Yeah, perhaps you'd like
It's
some assistance in this
Mark.
deed.
I mean, I'm sure Ash would like all the help he could get.
Almost.
Mark.
It's fine.
That's funny.
I know you've been waiting for some companions for this, but yes, if you'd like to go with them, I'm sure it'd help.
I
It
appreciate
didn't seem
the
like
offer greatly, friend. As I hand him the small satchel like pocket thing of seaweed.
he takes it. I'm assuming it's a bit damp. Is it dry or wet seaweed?
They call it weed.
Well, it's dry, but with the way that without saying too much, for
Constantly
reasons, I'm almost
wet.
always seem to be dripping.
Okay. He takes the wet bag and it's just like, thank you, almost. I've still got the last one you gave me.
Can I have that one? It's actually quite tasty.
He kind of like hands it over to you.
Thank you.
And he's just like, at least let me explain. We've been using this tavern as a guild of sorts for fellow adventurers like you. Some obviously coming here for their own reasons, and some possibly still looking for reasons. But unfortunately, not all of them have been able to help me, and I'm hoping that with your current group, you might actually be able to save my sister from this current fate of what she's dealing with.
I might order some ice cream.
Don't do that. It's dangerous.
What, like real ice cream?
Yeah.
You should
No,
definitely.
he's doing it with
Ice
Mike
cream.
and the character's using a scroll.
Scroll of ice cream.
Yum. I wish that was a
Frank,
real.
mate,
Oh, no, that's wrong. Yeah.
It's called
can
Deliver
you
Scroll.
roll
Mm.
1d
made it.
1000 and 2
It's one way to get
1d
mutations.
200 for me?
So 1d
Well,
1000.
Yeah, 1d 1000 and 2 1d 200s.
1d 200. Okay.
This is a really big
God.
mug.
Is it slash
Because
roll?
unfortunately, yeah. So if you just do slash roll 1d 1000, because we didn't get to give you your mutations when you started. No,
Oh.
Oh.
you left a gap.
Uh,
You just
I
rolled a
thought that was
1
a bit odd.
and you got 1. Because obviously when you roll a 1, you get 1.
You get one.
That's like
Congratulations!
doing
You-
this. I like this because you always get what you want. You just go roll 20. Wow, look at that.
Oh, my favorite.
Oh my god, how did you do that?
Can I roll an investigation? Okay, cool. So I'm just gonna roll my investigation.
I'll be back in just 1 second.
It didn't work because it
Okay.
didn't slash.
Frank,
You'll
and then can you do the other two? So
is
rolling
it
1d 200 twice.
one?
Hey, sir, could you flip a coin with only one side? Yes, certainly. Here you go. Ah, beautiful.
How did you?
You just suddenly have it phase through your fingers. It's a line. You just cut your thumb through it. It's like,
Whoa! Whoa! You almost got a 200 on a D200. It's mental.
no, I think it's a physical mutation, actually, James.
Oh, nice.
JJ. Not necessarily knowing what you are, I just grasp your hand, shake it with all the force, and go, "It is a pleasure to meet you, fellow warrior."
As soon as you go for the handshake and clasp my hand, I reciprocate with
Fucking
a
odds.
good old hearty handshake.
Has,
What is the
has the fish person
fucking
just
odds?
exploded?
I hope
What
not.
are
I'm
the
holding the
odds?
fish person.
Well, you got to remember, these mutations weren't just suddenly getting them now. It would have been
Purely
you
look at
had
that,
already
it's
already
so
had it.
perfectly suitable.
That's what I mean. It's just so weird.
It's so perfect.
Don't know how it happened.
Like my
Just
mutation, where I smash things under stress. You know,
It's just
like most
mutation.
Scottish people.
What are these mutations you speak of?
I feel like this might
Sorry,
have.
Trojans. There we go.
Can you roll a 1d8 for me, please?
To determine which eye it affects.
You lose.
Oh, no.
Wait, you have 8 eyes? Yes.
Your mutation is you appear to
Interesting.
have grown tridents everywhere.
No
You now-
tridents?
You now have
Everyone?
tridents for ears.
I'm sorry, I couldn't hear you as I swiped with tridenty.
I am from the mighty city of Tridonia.
Oh shit!
It's a very weird one.
It is an odd one, but if anyone
Man.
happens to,
Oh, God. Here we go again. Excuse me.com.
Excuse me.com.
But yes, if you would allow, I shall accompany you.
We could always use another helping hand.
I have returned.
That is good.
I only have one mutation. That's really boring. I should go stick my head in a radiation pot or something.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Dan.
Hi, Dan. Oh, we missed Rowett as well.
No!
Ali thankfully said hello to him.
Frank, I'm gonna have to get you to reroll.
Can you tell us what it is if
Should
it's
we
that
roll
bad?
what?
Water soluble skin.
Oh god!
Wait,
Sorry.
wait, wait, wait. Is that the one where you can't go in water?
No, his skin melts off when he touches water.
The fucking merman melts when he touches water.
Why do you think he's on land?
As soon as he was born. How'd you do it?
Can I re-roll that one?
Yeah, that's what I wanted you to.
That's hilarious.
Is that D?
How
Is that
did-
a D200 again?
Yeah, how did you get mutations that work so perfectly weirdly with your character? Like
As
none of them don't fall outside of the
So-
reason of your character.
For the record as well, this is a fun little feature of this guy is that whenever I get anxiety from social situations or anything going on, I use control water to form a bomb around my head to scream into. So all you hear is bubble noises. But had I
So
done
you'd be
that, I would have
dead.
apparently destroyed my skin.
Yeah, you
Excuse
would have
me,
just been a
bubble.
skull by the end of it. We're like,
I
oh,
would have, my anxiety literally would have killed me.
lovely.
Hopefully that
So
made
is
it
it-
successful.
Is any new character we introduce going to have mutations?
Yeah, at birth.
What was that? Yeah,
'Cause
so yeah, people
Dandy-
born in this time period has it.
The Dandy didn't have any.
Oh, nice.
That's because the campaign didn't start with the mutations in play.
That and the
As a-
dandy used
as
to
a way
be
to
house
ease
cat
ourselves
that
back in.
mutated into a dandy.
Yeah, I liked the idea that people who like the non-human races are technically part mutated anyway. So like Dragonborn, Tabaxi, stuff like that. Like their random mutation is technically the one that makes them look the way they do. Guess this kind of makes sense, but it's also kind of not fun.
Roll
Yeah.
again.
Fuck.
Roller cool demands that it's a decent mutation.
To be fair, I wouldn't be against it, but it's entirely up to you.
Well, this is your disbenefit anyway, so and it kind of plays into what you were just saying.
Yeah, that works.
You're not technically depressive, but just anxiety.
Yeah, it fits into the manic thing.
Actually, I'll go for one below that instead, because then I don't have to worry about the whole depressive part.
There we go. I fixed the little bit above the name of the town.
Eh?
No, it's Nito.
Oh, neat.
Nito.
Nito Toad Behavior.
Oh shit, now I've got to move my bits along.
There you go.
Oh shit.
Because it's the thing. It helps you figure out where we are. We are in this town. We are in that town.
Right. So, with that, I'm assuming you guys follow after Ishmark or Ismark to the house.
Ah,
No.
finally. As
Cinder wanders off
We're
to
taking the
find
cart
himself
well.
a room because he's not in the mood.
Just enters the basement. It's like, oh, this is a nice dark place.
Pretty much. As you just like the last thing you hear as you're leaving is just him go, so guys, do you guys have like phones as well?
Do you guys have boats as well?
It sounds crude, but all he'd be doing is pulling up bits of body that he took from the basement. It's probably
Hmm.
worse.
So the area in which you guys are going is this house down here.
Wait a minute. Where's Cinder?
What?
I say to Dandy.
He didn't want to come. Let's just leave him. He was annoying anyway.
I mean, it's probably for the best.
Who's this one you call Cinder?
The
Hmm.
one that was
You don't wanna
cooking
know.
body parts on the hearth.
Yes, quite unsavory, if I do say.
I like you.
I am undecided on you.
As I put my helmet on, back on. Chance? I look out the window.
Yes.
Chance?
I'm here.
Ah, Chance. Get in, please.
I appear to have been yeeted.
No.
That's one fast horse.
It's only a small town.
I
That's
just
why I'm
saw
looking
it
at
zip
that
across the
pile
map really fast. I thought, oh no.
Plows into the building.
Did you know I
But
used
yeah.
to be 40 feet tall?
Yeah, when you guys get there, like you can see that's a weary looking mansion. That's kind of like squats behind a rusting iron fence. The iron gates are like twisted and torn. The right gate lies cast aside. While the left
Dragon89,
swings
Ali
lazily in
Dogface
the
said
wind.
tenor.com.
Stuttering squeal and clang of the gates repeats with mindless precision. Weeds choke the grounds and press with menace upon the house itself. Yet against the walls, the growth has been trampled down to create a path all down the domain. Heavy claw marks have stripped the once beautiful finish of the walls. Great black marks tell of the fires that have assailed the mansion. Not a pane nor a shard of glass stands in any window. All the windows are barred with planks, each one marked with stains of evil omen.
I kind of say to Ash, 'cause that's what Dandy said his name was. Your place looks like it's seen better days.
Yes, as you can tell, the followers of Strahd have not been kind to our house.
Excuse me, Ismark.
Would
Uh,
would this be a good time
yes.
to say that? And then I kind of point across the way to the house where we had like the zombie encounter, and tell him the whole stuff that happened there.
That sounds rather bizarre. That was just a normal house. So,
If
Are
I
you-
might, Ismark, sir, why is your dwelling not filled with a sufficient amount of water?
by sufficient, you mean
All encompassing,
flower
of course.
pots?
Ah,
Well, I mean, we're on land, of course. I don't think we would have water flooding our house.
I suppose.
Perhaps almost you could fix that for him.
I
I'd
would
advise
take me a
against
very long
that.
time, and probably not.
excuse me.com.
But you're still living here, or at least your sister is. How can you live in a house in such disrepair?
Well, this is the only way to be safe. I mean, unfortunately, these are the markings of an onslaught on this building.
Did you leave your sister alone?
Well, my father is inside.
Have you got
Really?
any weapons that are proficient in slaying such beasts?
Unfortunately, not.
I've heard rumors that certain certain weapons are more effective against certain beasts.
Indeed, I would imagine there would be weakness, and as far as I'm aware, most of Strahd's fiendish creatures are weak to silver, but unfortunately we don't have a lot of supply of it here.
Yes. Forgive me if I misinformed, but does a stake, a simple wooden stake, work as effective as I've heard in many bars and inns of travellers talking?
Well, unfortunately, I haven't had a chance to experience anything like that. Not that I would wish it upon anybody to get into that kind of combat with a stake and a vampire.
I see. But silver, that's a good idea. Perhaps we should procure some sort of silver equipment from the blacksmith in town before heading out.
Perhaps it is above our station to think about killing such a creature.
Perhaps we should think of the sister and our client best interests and take that into account,
But of
i.e.,
course,
slaying the
our client
monsters to
wants
not
us
let
to.
them die.
Our client would like us to get the sister out as opposed to killing anything in the way necessarily.
Well, perhaps that'll be the most optimal path to kill them so we can pass.
Ah, strategizing is appreciated, and who knows, it might be required.
And with that, I kind of just stumble out the cart slightly and wander off to see if there's a blacksmith nearby.
Wait, what?
Let's go to their house to find out what's going on. I'm gonna go to the blacksmith.
Well, you guys have got
Why?
this. He just
Almost
mentioned.
rattled my eyes from how fast I had to like look back at the screen from what you just said.
Well, you see, he
Whiplash.
mentioned that silver works quite well. So while the party can go talk to him more about the mission, I can go see if there is any potential silver weapons.
Should your friend be left alone?
He'll be fine.
It made sense to me, but I guess it was a bit sudden.
He's awfully,
Just a little bit. But yeah, it should be fine.
awfully impulsive, that one.
He's had a few
Yeah.
glasses of wine, I suppose. Does tend to make people act out of character.
He seems to have the best interest of the young maiden at heart. So ah,
You can hear my cough from right down the street.
well, conceived, fuck him,
Shall we go inside maybe?
of course.
I gesture to Ash.
Uh,
Please lead us
yes, let me
upstairs,
just
Mark.
The dandy is
Not-
notorious for not remembering people's names.
The dandy's not notorious enough for me to know, I'm afraid.
character
Give it some
out
time.
character. I don't know anymore. Yeah, he knocks on the door and you hear a woman's voice from the other side saying, who's there?
The
And
dandy.
then,
Almost, as I tried to do my trident in the ground, but there's just a faint from the mud.
you're like stabbing into dead like weeds and things like.
I
And
see a
then
gardener.
My apologies.
Ismark chimes in and says, "It's me, sister. I've brought some adventurers to help with our issue." And you hear the. She opens up the door.
Well, there's no point locking the door when all the windows are busted out.
No, as in it doesn't have glass. It's like completely barred up and boarded.
Oh.
So it's to replace something breaking with something that's not going to break. Bit
You
drafty
seem
though.
rather secure, if you don't mind me saying.
Well,
Perhaps
as
this is the safest place for her to be?
for now, but we were really hoping to move her away from where this can happen. And he kind of gestures to the ground where you see like footprints and drag marks and claw marks and things like that.
So,
Not a good omen.
Yeah, so once you're inside, you see that the interior of the mansion is well furnished, yet the fixtures show signs of great wear. Noticeable oddities are boarded up windows, are the boarded up windows and the presence of holy symbols in every room. The burgomaster is in a side drawing room on the floor, lying in a simple wooden coffin surrounded by wilting flowers and a faint odor of decay.
Wait, the Burgermeister's in the coffin.
Yes.
It
Right.
appears your father is dead. You didn't mention this before. It's
Yes,
what I
I'm
imagine you were
concerned
going to
about
say.
I'm concerned about the state of your father. Does he know that is not ample comfort for lying down?
Well, unfortunately, he's not been well since he died.
Oh,
you didn't mention that he had died.
Well, you didn't ask.
Well, that's not normally something that you ask, is it? You introduced your father.
so
Dead.
wordlessly, I start like kneeling and just start praying to my god and like sort of not audibly, but like speaking blessings or mumbling them towards the corpse, just as a sign of respect. essentially.
Sorry to interject, but I rolled a 20 perception trying to find a blacksmith.
Find a
That sounds like
blacksmith.
interjecting.
I am disappointed by this interjection.
Objection. Um,
No, interjection.
yeah, he kind of thanks you for like paying your respects in a way. Yes, when I mentioned my father was with my sister, I obviously forgot to include that he wasn't alive, but
It's quite a thing to forget. Are you okay?
well, I haven't slept for many nights, and it's almost become the norm to have him laying there in this room day after day.
Hmm,
Concerning at all.
perhaps you should get some rest. Which room is yours?
It's upstairs. I'd much rather sleep once
Can
this is
I-
all finished.
Can I use detect good and evil with my divine sense?
Sure.
So I can know location of any celestial fiend or undead within 60 feet that isn't behind total cover. Like, do I sense anything undead from anyone in here?
No.
Okay. Just after hearing about possible vampire situations and then finding a dude in the coffin, the senses start going.
Yeah, that seems fair. But of course.
But of course.
Course of bud. Course of butt.
The objective of this
Utilities.
vampire seems obfuscated.
Hey Max,
Yes.
did I find a blacksmith?
Yeah, I said that you found a blacksmith.
Shit, I didn't hear that. Okay, cool.
No. It was right after you'd asked me.
Yeah,
After you're interjecting.
I thought I got completely ignored because I thought I didn't get a response.
No,
I
said
in fact just missed it.
Oh,
Whip.
damn.
I was just gonna
I
sit
was
here
wondering why
going.
you didn't say anything.
Yeah, I was kind of just sitting going, oh, okay, that kind of just got glossed over. Fair enough. I'll ask him again later.
Mm,
All right, yay! I walk into it.
it's not open.
I knock on the door.
You get no response.
I look through the window.
There's
no windows.
no lights on, unfortunately.
Which one was it? I'm gonna put a little cross on it. Was it this building?
You get
Um,
spotted by a guard in the town, get done, and you have to do community service.
I'm trying to
I
think
just
of.
stopped writing it because it's in all the buildings.
He's going around marking buildings now. We really need to keep him a better eye.
Get Sharpie out.
I thought he was
No.
the most
How do you
well-behaved
even get
of our party.
I think
Is
it'd
not
probably be
against
like
your
that
innate
one.
Oh, the
guardianship
little
of
one in the
duty.
corner.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
cool. I'll put a little mark on it. Boop.
I feel like you should have to resist your own urge to get someone to clean it up because you're a guard and graffiti is bad.
Excuse me.
Oh, gobby.
I wander my ass back to the cart and sort of just let myself in,
What's your ass doing?
sit in the back.
Is this going to be like in the horror films where the guy's in your back seat when you go to leave?
Oh, he doesn't know. He's actually fell asleep on the person.
But yeah. So, God,
Your father's alive. He's coughing.
no, he's just in a coffin.
Oh, no.
Oh.
But,
Okay.
yeah. Ismark says, "Yes, I'd much rather be able to sleep when this is all done. My father died only a few nights ago, and ever since then, the attacks have stopped on the house.
So he died during one of the attacks.
No, his heart just stopped.
No signs of foul play.
As far as I'm aware, no. Supposedly it was stress.
Any magical signs on the body?
No,
Hello.
If you don't mind me asking, how old was he?
father, 50s.
So a bit young to die for a human.
Not here, at least, as far as I'm aware. Most people only live up to possibly 70 if they get the chance.
70?
There.
Good God. You die so young.
Unlike the mad woman that lives down the road, she tenacious in her madness, keeping
Probably a
her
witch.
alive.
If I might, how old is she?
Well, some people think that she's as old as the town itself, but I highly doubt that.
Is she a
Someone
vampire,
put
maybe?
together. No, she hasn't. She's just crazy, as far as I'm aware. I've known her since I was little, but unfortunately, I'm only in my 20s, so
So young.
saying that only means.
Child.
How old are you, almost?
I'm 83.
Oh.
Respectable teenager. Well, young man.
I just look at Chance. I don't know how old Chance is.
Chance
old
doesn't
are
know
you?
how
I
old
was about to
Chance
say-
is.
I don't know.
I was about to say neither does Chance.
No,
By the way, JJ,
I would tell you if I could remember, Andy, but I'm afraid I cannot.
every time I talk to you, JJ, by the way, I'm trying to look through slits in the helmet, see if there's anyone actually in there, because he's very confused.
Not even a helmet. It's just his eyes.
That's my
Yeah.
face.
If
He
Mike
thinks
was
that-
here, he would tell you he's 32 years old, but he's not here, so don't worry.
But every time I
Shout
talk to
You're only a
JJ, he sees someone-
human.
I think I'm looking at a helmet, so I keep trying to look through the helmet, see who's behind it.
Someone in there.
It's going to be the great
Can't
reveal at the very final session of the Coastal Strike campaign. Chance takes his head off and it's actually a helmet.
Nah, it's just a
My name is
kobold.
Chance. Chance.
It turns out that
I
he's just
wouldn't.
like he's just a being of light. It's just like, oh, no wonder
Yeah.
it was glowing behind the visor.
It all makes sense now.
You're an Asimir.
Oh no.
Ah,
Oh, I love when people talk quietly to me.
ASMR. I'm an ASMR.
Oh no.
My name is Chance.
go. Oh, there.
I got the tingles in my wingles.
So is it like almost midnight or something?
Oh,
Sorry, that broke me. Got the tingles in my
We appear to have found a tangent.
what were you saying, James?
Is it like nighttime?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna have a
Is
little sleep
indeed
in the cart, I think.
daytime, nighttime. Yeah, it's about 9
Daytime?
o'clock.
Oh, okay.
Thursday?
Yeah, I
Lunchtime.
think I'll just rest my eyes in the cart for a bit.
Why is Mike not coming in?
Because he went to go find a blacksmith and
Not
it was
wearing
closed.
protection.
So he went back to the cart.
What, he's just crying in the cart in the fetal position.
I wouldn't
Oh
say
no, he
crying,
had-
but he's definitely gone to sleep.
But yeah. So when he kind of gives you that information about his father and everything, is there anything that you guys say outside of the whole age thing?
No.
If I might ask, would anyone have anything against your father, like this Strahd gentleman?
I mean, he was sending attacks. It could be linked.
Well, as far as I'm aware, we've been attacked for weeks ever since Strahd had caught wind of my sister. It's been non-stop, and I haven't really had much time to sleep.
I would assume it involves this letter, as he sort of reaches over, like, having, I'm assuming, been told at this point about the letter.
I think Cinder's still got it.
Probably not. Yeah, I think Cinder might have,
Yeah.
didn't
No,
he? No. You don't need it anymore.
I'm kidding. But perhaps it was something to do with some sort of disagreement involving your sister and this Strahd gentleman. Perhaps
It
it
didn't
was
sound
Well-
like a disagreement that they were having.
maybe he wanted to collect one of his own.
No, my sister hasn't been bitten. She certainly wasn't born a vampire. Not that that's even possible, if I'm aware. I think they're normally known as dampiers if they're born of vampire blood.
Really?
But, you seem to imply that there was some sort of connection between the two of them.
Well, I wouldn't want to say this, but he's infatuated with her as far as we're aware.
And I take it the feeling's not mutual.
Well, my sister, as strong-willed as she
Hello.
is, she's
Hello, kitty cat.
possibly not matched for his charms. She hasn't really been the same since. There was a unfortunate meeting between the two.
Is your sister diseased?
No, well,
I don't think that was what he
Not
was implying.
No, but perhaps if she's been charmed, she could have quite easily had anything placed, effect placed on her.
their chance encounters unfortunately left her a little bit dazed. Vampire's charm is quite a strong thing.
Yes.
How old is your sister?
She's only 18.
Might I meet your sister?
She stands like there, kind of hands crossed, like in
Oh.
front of her.
Has she been there the entire
Of
time?
course, yeah, she's on
She was the one that opened the door.
Ah, brilliant.
God, you
Can we say
sexist,
that she was off fetching some tea or something?
you sexist
Over
men,
here.
all talking about her instead of talking to her.
Can I
God.
turn to her? Can I turn to her? Oh, I apologize. I thought you were one of the servants.
Oh,
When you turn to
Hello,
her,
Bennett.
you,
I
you
couldn't see
Hello.
past this guy's ego.
hello. What you
it's,
doing?
it's so
What are you doing?
big.
What you
But
doing?
yeah, you notice that she's like a young sort of 18-year-old woman.
Compared
with,
to
like,
them old
auburn hair.
18-year-old women.
I mean, it happens
you know.
sometimes.
Oh,
When I
I'm,
was
Age
growing
can
up,
make
I
you
was
fart
one.
sometimes.
I'm having a boxing match
Yeah.
with Angel at the moment. It's really fun.
Can I
What?
do some sort of like check, like kind of
What's
sort of
up?
approach her and be like, can I see anything? Is she under any effect or anything?
Make an investigation roll.
Oh god, okay, -1.
So, how do you feel about the Strahd character? I ask her.
-1, I got a 0.
So, as you ask that almost like begins walking up, and as he goes to inspect,
prods
suddenly
her.
no, not even prods her. He accidentally like bumps into her, not noticing the distance between his helmet and her face, and so
She appears
she
to
like
be
stumbles backwards.
She appears to be unbalanced.
You don't say.
Uh, um, yes, Strahd is. You see her like begin to rub her eyes, and there's like a slight glimmer to them, like a purplish sort of, or sorry,
Interesting.
a yellowish sort of sparkle to them for a split second. It's hard to remember, but the main thing I can recall is a hunger in his eyes.
Do you feel compelled for him in any way, shape, or form?
Be right back.
No. But he comes to me in my dreams, as far as I'm aware. They're vague illusions of the mind, I would assume.
Hmm. Perhaps if you wouldn't mind if you could sleep down here for the night, and we will watch over you to see what exactly occurs.
I mean, sure. If you'd like to stay the night before we journey out,
Yes, I suspect at the very least, if we stay in this fortified household, then we can figure out what it is we're running from the next day.
It makes sense, I suppose.
It's best to find out what you're going through in somewhere we can hunker down than on the road.
I agree. It makes a lot more sense than attempting to go out at night where they're the strongest.
There's, I see. Do you know what these entities are that attack?
Wolves, I think, and sometimes I hear groaning, so possibly if you've been through the town, you might have noticed that some of
The
the houses
zombies?
are closed. Yes, zombies turned by his cruel magic after death.
I see. I should probably go and see where our friend is before he strays too far.
That might be a good idea.
And like, without even a second glance, I just storm out of the house and begin to walk down the road.
I tend to chance. It's like, oh, he's certainly a character, isn't he?
It seems we exchange one for another.
Somewhere Cinder just says, "Hitchy!" Get back.
And here, I was hoping that I might be the highlight of the party. Shame.
Somewhere
Yes, but
two
our
characters.
new member
"Hitchy!"
does seem to be a bit of a wet blanket.
Who are you calling a wet blanket?
The newest party member.
I mean, I
Activate insert
suppose.
token.
I was trying to do a joke. Chance just walks to one of the rooms.
Comedy. It's failing.
Deoxys, my favourite.
Deoxys, the comedian Pokemon.
Ah, I see.
Before we discuss journeying to Valaki, I was hoping that you would be so kind as to help my brother. I know that he wants to get me out of here, but I just don't want my father laying in this coffin any longer, or at least laying in this coffin in this house. No one really has wanted to help my brother, but I was hoping that you would at least be brave enough to help him have a proper burial in the cemetery in town.
And I'm afraid I'm not much of a digger, but I will do what I can to help.
That is most admirable. I'll help oversee that this body is laid to rest.
Thank you. Th- there is a local priest who stays in the church. He should be able to help provide for the service, and may sound grim to say, but there should already be a grave dug for every member of this town.
Will you be available for such a service this late at night?
It doesn't necessarily have to be now. It may be best to do it early tomorrow morning.
That would make sense.
Especially considering what we seem to be facing in this.
For your kindness, let me just go prepare your rooms, and if you'd like, I can prepare us all tea and see ourselves to this evening.
Milk and 2 sugars, please.
So what's going on?
We're having tea,
Tea time!
and Almost has come to get you
Yeah,
and bring you
Almost
into the
is
house.
currently looking around for you. He's just shouting, tiny one with the helmet.
How tall's Mike?
Yeah, how tall are you?
How's tall Mike? I can tell you that.
Average.
I
It
actually
has
wrote
to
it
be
down.
average.
5'9".
Slightly
average,
taller
yeah.
one with the helmet. Human.
How do you know you're talking about my dick?
Can I the trident? Can I start whacking the side of the wagon?
Yes, it makes a.
One minute. Evens, I wake up. Hi.
Yes, we require you inside the household. So if you would stop sleeping in the fetal position,
How much time has passed?
approximately
5 minutes.
Really?
5 minutes.
But I walked
Yeah,
all the
5
way
to
over
10.
to the like blacksmith and all the way back.
Hey, it's only like 40, 80, 120.
Wait, are you referring to the time that you started sleeping, or the time that you went to go to the thing?
Yeah, checkmate, fool.
Oh, okay. There I started sleeping from. That'd be easier.
Yeah, so about 5 minutes.
We're going to
Nice.
sleep
Okay, I
inside
went
the
a deep sleep then. I just sort of got up and went like, oh, cool.
Yes, we're going to go inside the house so that it's fortified when the zombies and wolves attack. Okay, cool.
What about the horse?
What about the horse?
I would feel guilty leaving the horse just to die.
Bring it inside.
What?
Someone here's a dandy.
I feel like I've
No,
done that
I'm
too
not.
much. This
I'm
session.
not. I'm not there. I'm not there. That was out of character. That was more a reference to our last session, the Halloween one that we did.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark above my head. Why are
I
you
bought a
bringing
pony.
horses in houses?
This happened with me in my last session.
Oh my gosh.
Yo,
It's a paying customer.
Can I unrein or unhook him and lead him in?
Sure.
I go to question this and then end up not.
As
And
I'm,
just
I'm
follow.
walking in, the first person who sees it, I explain like, basically, if we wish to escape, we don't want our transport dying.
That makes sense. Oh, hi,
Also, I
Chance.
found this one sleeping in the fetal
Hello.
position, crying about some sort of blacksmith.
Oh, okay.
Did we get the
Ah,
sister's
yes.
name?
I found the blacksmith.
And he's also become some sort of electronic man.
Yes, you know the sister's name from the letter, which is Irina.
Everybody.
Irene was just about to make us some tea.
You remember her name?
So
I called her Irene.
That's close enough.
just to confirm, you are not a servant, yes?
Yes, I'm not a servant.
But you're
Ah,
still getting tea?
you look.
As courtesy, yes.
You,
I
you look
appreciate
about
that.
my daughter's age.
Oh, that wasn't a creepy thing to say.
Well, dude, read
You're
the
my
room.
daughter's age. You can call me daddy.
I don't want you to. I don't want you to call me that. That's okay.
Are you supposed to refer to all men as daddy?
You can
Um,
honestly refrain from saying that ever again.
I would appreciate the courtesy if that's what we're supposed to be doing. There's a certain social etiquette we're supposed to go by here.
Well, you are the
Goodbye.
oldest one here, or
Old man.
The fact that I'm having to live up to this thing, Max, now. You know the mutation I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, he thinks it's a thing, so he has to.
Oh no.
These houses are
You-
really small.
You will please refer to me thus from this point on. Or you
As
can just call me almost.
I think we'll stick to almost. Where's Ishmael gone? I'm saying that out of character because I know his name.
he turns to look
It's
at you,
Isma.
right
Where
here.
is he gone? He just turns.
I was asking out of character.
Oh, he's standing right in front of you.
Let's call him
Because there's his name in it.
What is Mark? You've been saying it wrong so much you've actually forgotten.
For a second.
Is it bad that in the faith section of my character I wrote you got to have a little?
It's like the whole sex.
You gotta
Yes,
have faith,
please.
faith, faith.
So first session or what? Am I right?
If I could come daddy.
That's best
My
session.
face hasn't stopped hurting this whole time.
Max, stop smiling.
So I turn to Ismark. Is that his name?
Yes.
Yes.
Right,
sure.
there we go.
Pretty sure it's
Okay.
Ash.
Isma.
And then I say, Ash, perhaps we should take a seat while we're waiting for your sisters to bring us some tea. Would you show us to the living room?
Of course. Follow me, and he begins taking you into the sort of like room to the left of the door, which leads into this sort of big open room. And
I take my
there's
helmet off.
oh my
That's his
God.
courtesy, obviously.
Yeah.
You've got that thing that Shrek has when he takes his helmet off in the first film, and it's just like brown
Dirt.
everywhere else. Yeah.
Okay.
And he shows you to the room, and there's like several lounge chairs with a hearth in the sort of corner where the chimney is.
I take like a seat closest to the hearth.
It's like a nice big fireplace, very like stone worked and everything, but unfortunately there's no fire in it, and it has been
Oh.
boarded up.
I think I'm a little bit high.
Yeah. Is it
Yeah.
from all the laughing?
No, my mum gave me this stuff that helps like unblock my nasal passages, and I've just been sitting here basically snorting it.
Oh, probably shouldn't do that if it's like
And
a
yeah,
drug.
it feels good.
Is it one of them little like nasal sniffer things?
Yeah, but she's like poured some stuff onto a kitchen roll, and I've just sort of got it here to sniff every
Sounds
now
like
and again.
Olaf oil.
It's like vapor rub.
Yeah, that's it. Albus oil.
Hey.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I do like elves.
So yeah, I'm
I'd
just
like
I like
you,
huffing it when I'm at work.
you probably can't get high from it, but it's just a thing that I just
No, you probably can.
I
think
feel
because if you
pretty
can
good.
get high from huffing shit, I'm pretty sure you can get it from actual drugs.
That's how it works, right?
It does actually, funny
I'm
enough.
not even joking. Yeah,
I know you're not
jenking.
joking.
Heaving, isn't it?
Gross. What?
So you put it in a bag and you just sort of huff it.
Yeah, jenking.
Lovely.
Right, so back to D&D.
Or jenkum.
Oh yeah.
sorry.
D&D.
Oh yeah, there's a campaign.
So,
yeah, you're introduced to this lovely room filled with kind of like ornate things. Weirdly enough, is it? I don't know why, but did someone get a mask at some point?
Checks inventory.
no, I don't think so.
Was that the other group?
No.
I think it might have been the other group.
No mask here.
Couldn't remember. Right.
Of course, it's
Because there
good
is
I've got
one on the
that.
wall.
I,
There's one hanging above the fireplace, and it is a wolf mask.
Ah, I see. If you put that mask on and then cut yourself, you turn into a vampire.
I'm
That's
blaming,
an interesting artifact that you have there.
I'm busy blessing the body of the father, by the god of Valkyr.
Valkuma.
My eyes hurt.
Valtor, the captain of the waves.
Ah.
Can I take the wolf mask off the wall?
Sure. It's kind of strapped on. The only reason why I asked if anybody had one beforehand is because it's the same one or same kind.
Must have been our group then, right? If it's the same kind.
It might have been the other group in the
Yeah,
start.
because it was from the haunted house.
Oh yeah, there's probably many things we skipped in there.
Mm.
The first
'Cause
half,
I
we
swear-
literally looked at every item we possibly could. The second half, we went, right, so we're here to do a job, let's do it.
And then chopped off my legs.
I don't know
Yeah.
why, but I specifically remember the dandy getting it, but I don't.
No, I
know.
took a top hat and a cloak.
That's cool.
Yeah, I guess
Yeah.
that must have been it then. Weirdly,
I've got an empty
but
bucket.
yeah.
A bucket of mutagen water.
Do you have a jar of dirt?
Oh, I've got a jar
I've
of
got a jar of
dirt.
dirt. I've got a jar of dirt. And guess what's inside it?
Heart? Damn it, you guessed.
So yeah, I ask is Mark what the mask is for?
Smyrna? Smyrna. What's this
No,
bean doing?
he stands there and kind of turns to look at it, and he's just like, I'm not exactly sure. It's one of my father's relics, and once again, it's probably his father's father, and so on and so forth.
I just realised I'm really bad at the only good thing I claim to be.
What,
Yeah.
shooting?
Yeah, it's only a +5.
What do you mean only a +5?
To say that's still pretty good.
Yeah, but I've been playing in campaigns recently where a certain crossbow expert has like 4 shots, hits for like
Yeah, but how many
11.
levels are you?
That's level 6.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've already
And-
had like a
And he's
score
fully
increase,
spec'd to
and
basically only be good when it comes to firing.
that's what James thought with this character.
No, this guy's just a normal guy.
I'm also
What do you mean?
a normal one of the lesser mortals.
Why do I not have it here? I thought I had it. Where'd it go? There is a picture of this mask, and I wanted to show it to you. Yeah, he kind of explains. Yeah, it's just from one thing got it, and then we obviously have it now. Why does it has it taken your interest?
I think Ali's onto something there.
It's just a curious thing to have above the fireplace.
Well, I mean, it's an heirloom. I thought it would be nice, but if I'm honest, I find it a little bit
Creepy?
Creepy,
Yeah.
yes. Especially considering with what's been happening every night, and you know,
The wolves. There definitely seems to be some sort of a connection.
yes, I'm not sure whether this mask is some sort of relation to it, but I doubt it would be bringing them. It's more to do with Strahd having his eyes on my dear sister. If you want, you can take it. It seems a bit strange
Macabre.
to me. Yes, and especially considering my sister being around, I don't feel any need to keep it around.
Dandy, I think you should put it on, see what it looks like.
No, because I'm a bit creeped out by it, if I'm honest. I don't really want to put it on.
I'll do it.
Perhaps it's safer if
Um,
we
As
leave
I
this
walk in,
outside.
do I sense anything from that mask, seeing everyone staring at it so intently?
It is pretty cool.
James, do you put it on?
Yeah, I think I will. Just to give it
Okay.
a go.
As you kind of slip it over your face, suddenly you begin to hear like minute sounds coming in from around the area,
Ooh.
like a slight beating of hearts that you didn't notice before, and the wind against the windows being gentle but still audible to you.
When one of the guys in the room talks, do I hear it like ridiculously loud and hurts my ears?
No, it's more along the lines of you're more acutely aware of like weaker sounds.
Okay.
And also something that you notice is that like you can smell the fragrance coming from Irina and the smell of the alcohol that you had earlier, and like the kind of
Let,
scent that kind of
let's be
dandy
honest.
gives
The
off.
dandy. I was about to say. Let's be honest. The dandy probably smells fantastic.
Does he
Smells like a
Always.
cat.
does he hear the
No.
sound of the horrible gill noise and my gills just get
No.
Yes.
As I'm just taking it all in, I then take the mask off and go, well, it seems to improve your ability to hear the subtle sounds of life.
Everybody that saw him put it on noticed that his eyes turned into wolf-like eyes.
That thing is not
I'm
normal.
I'm
Not
not sure
normal.
I entirely trust that device.
I put it into my bag.
Your bag is not going near mine.
I put it into my bag.
Could one of you help me? Perhaps put the
Uh,
table or something
Uncle
against
Crow,
the door to reinforce it?
it seems completely beneficial, but it's a curse. So it's your bird.
Talking
I would
about
like
curses,
someone
the
to
last
help
session.
me reinforce the door.
There's no need to reinforce the door. This house has withstood multiple attacks. I don't want you moving all the furniture for.
And yet Daddy is dead, as I point at the coffin.
Ooh.
Uh, my
Is that not how you
ill-mannered,
address your elders?
my ill-mannered
There is
friend.
no need to rub the
I was,
salt into the wound now.
yeah, I was about to
Anymore.
say my ill-mannered friend means no offense. He's merely
I'm,
stating the obvious.
I'm sorry, what is happening? I just referred to him as social etiquette required. How is this rude? was
Speaking
referring.
ill of the dead is.
I was not speaking ill. I was just reporting to him that his daddy was dead.
Oh, yes.
And I was inquiring as
Um,
to why his daddy died, despite the fact he said this house was fortified.
Well, his
Oh,
death
I'm
was
really?
more a
multiclassing into
case
bard,
of
apparently.
stress, less to do with actual
Oh, I
actual
see.
harm.
I did not realize your daddy died of stress. I did not hear that part of the conversation. I apologize.
the dandy can't help but like stifle a little giggle.
What is so funny? We're discussing the fate of his poor daddy.
Yes, his poor daddy indeed.
I was just literally confusedly looking at you, and I start to get like a little bit shy, and then I just go over to the corner, and I am going to cast Create Water, and just sort of as you hear me like screaming into water.
What is he doing?
All you hear is like bubbling noises, and after it wears off, I just sort of go, "I am okay."
The worst part is that like squirts out of his gills.
Essentially, all they see is like I get like a fishbowl on my head of pure water, and I scream into it, so you hear bubbling, and then it hits once I've calmed down. It's like my facial hair.
Excuse me.
So what's the
Well,
plan?
Oh, we're waiting for tea.
as you say that, Arena comes in with a tray and several china cups and a pot in the middle, setting it down at the sort of coffee table in the center of the like seated chairs around the hearth. Well, I
Very
guess it would be
fancy.
more of a.
This is tea.
Yes, you drink it.
Very well.
Did you
I wonder if
entertain often before the recent events?
no, we've had this issue for a while now, and before then we were actually able to have others kind of do this sort of thing. My mother being one of them. though she has been dead for a long
Ah,
while now.
you haven't mentioned your mother.
I think
Was
you know
she?
why.
Did she die of similar circumstance as your father? I'm sure this is a touching subject, but any information will help us.
No, no, she died of an illness many years back. This land is plagued with many ills.
I see.
It seems the sooner we get you out of here, the better.
Read. So I know this may be rude to ask, but how skilled are you all? I'm obviously worried for my safety, and I'm just concerned as to what what might happen if we do all journey together.
I point to my insignia of rank and then say, well, I am a guard of town insert here, name here thing. And
Oh, I think I might have had some run-ins with the guards at town insert name here,
yeah,
I hold my shield in front of me, hold the trident in front of it, and then hit the ground dutifully and say, "I shall protect you with my life."
You didn't know oh, what was his name? Jacob, did you? I say,
Jingleheimer Schmidt.
I said to Mike.
God. Sorry, I'm allergic to your bullshit.
No.
I didn't hear what you said, sorry.
I asked whether you knew a Jacob.
Jacob Jingleheimer Schmidt.
Yeah.
Do you know what? Possibly. Should we find out? I think we
Yeah.
should.
Sure.
Yeah, go on.
But of course! We're good friends!
Oh, so you did know him. Brilliant. Oh, he was one of my favourites. He would always let me go just at the last second.
Oh, him. Yes. He it doesn't work for the guards anymore.
Ah ha ha
Does he
ha
not?
ha. Yes, corruption. Funny.
Yes, because apparently he was letting um a lot of crime slide and taking back payments.
Mm, yes. I think he was rather fond of me, Mm.
I
And
can't
Danny just kind of looks off, reminiscing.
I can't imagine why.
How can you not?
Almost as actively
Are
looking
you not
ashamed
fond
as
of me?
Dandy.
I'm fond of you, yes, but he was fond of criminals, and you're not a criminal, so it's strange.
Can I turn to
Criminals.
his sister and just be like, "I apologize for the unlawfulness of my allies, but I shall make sure you are safe."
Just because someone's unlawful doesn't mean they're not.
I don't
They don't
believe this one, and I kind of point to Dandy, has been unlawful. He has been but a fantastic companion on our one and a half
Again, it is
adventures we've
quite
been on.
quickly described their unlawfulness. It does not make
Oh,
you feel
know.
good, it just makes you.
Just out of curiosity, did anyone see this giant, like, pointy circle drawn on the floor outside with a giant N on one side? Because I did.
Now that you mention it.
It was
How does I? It seems to be lighting up. Oh, is that a giant monster that someone's created out of frustration? Why
The
does it?
dandy kind of sips his tea. Is it nice tea? What kind of tea is it?
yeah. What tea is it?
Funny enough, it is an Earl Grey.
Yeah.
Earl Grey. It's
I was expecting a builder's tea.
no.
If I might ask, why are there hot leaves inside this liquid?
It's actually hot liquid inside those leaves.
What?
Yes, it does what's known as filtering through them and flavors the brew of the tea.
I will never understand the technology of your surface dwellers as he begins to
Kind of like
slowly sip
seaweed.
it. Ah, suddenly it makes sense.
But yeah. Do you guys actually drink it then? I wasn't sure if it being
I
Earl
sip it,
Grey.
but I'm not too keen of it. But I
It's
sip it out of politeness.
very,
Yeah, the dandy
very,
drinks it.
very
I
tentative.
don't need to drink, but I'll drink it.
Almost will
You can
slowly
enjoy-
start to drink it, and when he gets used to it, will actually just go straight through it because he really likes it.
Well, and she takes a seat as she also has her own cup of tea, and her brother takes one. You all kind of have your own seats, spaced out quite nicely in the room.
Yeah, socially distanced.
Yeah.
That's
And,
my
Something we all
coughs.
seem to have masks on.
Don't remind me. I'm literally playing a campaign of quarantine with Brat. I'm not even joking. It's so
know you're
good.
not.
I love it.
You've said about it so many times. I love hearing about it.
Oh, I get chills because it's just so fun. But yeah, and the like evening kind of passes by as you semi-relax in the house, taking sips politely of the tea. And is there anything else that you guys end up discussing, or
Sorry if
is
I
it?
sound as if I'm intruding, but do you have sustenance, biscuits perhaps?
Of
Oh, or
course.
cake. Cake, please.
The daddy.
Max,
Yes.
as they're discussing this, can I literally just have like, once I've had my tea, I sit back, have my shield out, my trident ready, and literally just I essentially try to stay alert the whole time, just watching out for anything or listening as well.
Mhm.
But essentially, I consider myself on guard for however long it takes till we like either go to bed or something.
I am always on
Yeah.
guard because I am one.
Well, I
Hopefully
hope you're not
by
on
Jacob.
yourself, are you?
My head is upon my shoulders. That is me on myself, I think.
Ah.
Makes
But
sense in a roundabout kind of way.
yeah, she lifts a cloche of that was on the tray, and there are a little row of biscuits,
Nom 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 nom
just
nom.
shortbread ones.
I dip it in the Earl Grey tea as an experiment to see if it tastes good, and I,
Tastes all right.
I dare say I'm not disappointed.
The dandy grabs like a few biscuits, probably like a bit more than what's like acceptable when you're sharing them,
That's fair.
and just kind of scoffs them down. You know, when was the last time we actually ate anything? I'm famished.
In any campaign, it's my favourite time.
I just remembered that the horse is in the room with us.
It's not.
It's not in the hallway.
It's not even in the hallway. I
Yeah,
hope it's not in the hallway.
Frank let it in.
No, you can't. It's too big for a doorway.
Oh, really?
You
So
can't.
its
Yeah.
You
head's
shouldn't
in the doorway and the door's
wait
open.
for it to
Then
meet.
Slam the
way to
door
get it
shut
in.
on its neck. Well, guys, it's a security risk.
oh
So-
no, our horse.
Ash, might there be somewhere that we could stable our horse?
I mean, it should be fine to leave it outside, but I would definitely keep it away from this house.
Is it away from the house?
No,
I'd say to the rest of the party.
no,
Oh.
it's not.
No.
Well, I vote not me to go and get it.
I should return it to the tavern.
By the way, oh, Oreo, that's it. When I
It
saw,
is almost if you are to refer to me, surface dweller.
Or
Or
daddy.
Yes, or
ah, yes,
Or daddy, as
Daddy,
etiquette requires.
perhaps putting it by the blacksmith in the little clearing would be a more secure place.
Yes, the place where there are adventurers who can come to its aid. Very clever.
Yes, indeed. I mean, yes,
Always wanted to be a spade.
I've always wanted to be a pond.
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 These
A
weird
pond.
beings
Yeah.
and their weird
A
cultures.
pontiff knight.
Ah, a pond if night.
What Pontifex Maximus?
Thank you.
So can I take the carriage and essentially just wheel it to the tavern?
Yeah, sure. Just up to the tavern.
Only because I actually know where the blacksmith is, and I'm bad with directions.
I hope
Get
you
it
make it
to-
back before anything attacks the house.
And then I'll start wandering back. But
Certainly.
I'm sure he'll be fine. He seems like a capable paladin.
He's a paladin.
yes,
He wears a cape.
He's a capadin.
I'm actually cape able, but that's fine.
But yeah, you do it with ease, and it only takes like a couple of minutes. So
Pretty sure he
You
picked up
come
the
back.
horse and the cart. Just put it over his shoulder.
As I
What?
make my way back in my full armor. The horse has been safely secured away, so it shouldn't die if we get attacked in the night.
Very good.
Well, now that that issue is over, would you like me to show you to your rooms, or would you prefer to stay down here a little bit longer?
Angel, did you nick my bed? You have, you dirty cat.
What?
She's nicked my bed. She's laying on my pillows and she's covered up in my covers.
So cute.
I didn't mean to
Why
say
Why is she
dirty cat.
dirty?
I didn't mean to say dirty cat. It was the first thing that popped in my head. I feel really bad about it.
You filthy little cretin! Get off my bed.
I think if we're all sleeping, we should sleep in the same room
In the
Hmm.
same bed.
because
That would be cozy. And I mean,
we need to make sure
you
nothing
did
happens.
mention, Ash, that you've not been sleeping very well. Maybe you'd sleep a bit better with us all around.
I don't want to be rude, but it seems like it would be less comfortable.
Ah,
At
cool.
the very
Well,
least, we need
perhaps.
one of us to be in the same room as your sister to make sure nothing goes on.
I
Are
think
there any other-
Chance might be the best.
Are there any
Yes,
other
I
daddies
also
around?
think. I think Chance would
I-
probably be the best case for this.
Are there any other daddies around we can defer to?
I mean, I am a father, but
Oh.
I also think Chance would be best.
I mean, when I rest, as you say, I can still see and hear.
Well, that sounds
Well,
quite useful.
Yes, I feel like that may be best if Chance stays with my sister then. There are only a few rooms, so one of you may have to share.
Okay.
Or I guess
well,
a couple of you would have to share.
I get my bedroll out and just sort of put it on this floor near the window. Be like, I can stay down here. This is fine.
Oh, are you sure you wouldn't prefer to stay in one of the rooms? Or?
I
You know,
would
I
like
would
to.
quite like a room.
I would like to stay on the ground floor if that's possible.
I sort of look at Mike and like, I actually think this fellow has quite a fine idea, and I would like to stay down here as well.
Yes, we'll have each other's
Oh.
back.
I shall help you
Sure,
guard this
then.
place and make sure we stay alive, friend.
If there's a sofa, that would be more comfortable.
There are the seating areas that you've been on, but so there's like 2-person seat ones and a couple of 1-person
I
chair
see.
ones.
Rec on the bedroll. I'd probably just like put that on the 2-person bed when people leave.
If I can, for
Sorry.
my sleep, can I literally just kneel in the threshold of the door between the front door and this main, like, lounge area, and kneel there with my trident, sort of sleeping against the wall,
Sure.
just as a like, so that if I need to, I can quickly get up and just start getting into things.
Yeah. Okay. So you guys are shown to your rooms and left to your devices downstairs, as both him and his sister go to their rooms. Not that they share a room; it's just that they obviously go to their rooms and close the doors for the night.
And Chance sort of just stood outside her door.
I mean, he could stand in the room, but that also
He is the
wouldn't really-
guardsman.
Aye, God.
I, the God Man.
You always need a metal man.
And I think that's
Watchman.
probably a good place to call it for tonight.
Yep, as I'm taking up guard position.
Cool.
At this point,
Okay.
Sid is just telling stories about how he burned down villages to the adventurers in the thing and weeding them out. But
In the basement.
I will
It's just
say
like,
he's finding them less cool than his previous compatriots.
Certainly.
these guys are boring. They're all dead.
I mean, you guys haven't even, like, killed random innocent people before. Like, when's the last time you drank from a well in the bottom of a house of dead children? God, guys.
Oh, that's got to be terrifying to some French. Just suddenly, when's the last time you drank from it? Never.
As I
Dude.
pull out, like, the hand of one of the corpses that I just nabbed, and like, you guys are so uncool.
Puts it on the fire.
But the weirdest part is that's not untrue. Like,
When
oh,
have you
fuck's
ever
sake,
thrown a
it's not
bucket
even-
of water at a hell beast and make it transform into a T-Rex version? What's a T-Rex? I don't know.
But
Anyway,
it looked
at
like
that
one.
point, I jumped in
Just
to
felt right.
save. I jumped in to save them all because they were about to get their heads chopped off by these pendulums. But luckily, I managed to kick them all out of the way, and then it got my legs. But I'm just that heroic, you know.
Right.
Mike
So,
just appears next to you
hopefully-
and goes, actually.
Actually. So yeah, thank you everybody for joining us tonight. I hope everybody else has enjoyed.
Yeah, it was really good fun.
Mm.
I think we went off on
Yeah.
a lot of tangents, but I still had fun.
It was good.
I don't know why that happened, but it was fun anyway. I lost track of what was happening quite a few times.
I feel like
I'm really
that's most
sorry, but I'm kind of ill, and I just figured it'd be more fun this way, right? Thumbs up.
exactly. I was just funny by the U-turn of it as we're all getting out, looking at the house, and then just Mike fucks off.
Now.
So we should probably stay here and look for clues. Mike, where you go?
Silver,
Look at
weapons.
the swords.
It was a sound idea by all means, though.
Yeah, but I only said it that way because of the drinking as well. His
If we
senses.
survive, we
He,
might have
he
to
he
try
had
and
the
go there in the
sense to
morning.
go, yeah, that makes sense, but not the restraint to not go now. It was like, all right,
Yeah.
I gotta go.
It was cleverly done. It was funny. I liked it.
But yeah, thank you for watching, everybody. The next stream will be Sunday.
It's fine. As good as it needs to be.
Sunday.
All right, thank you for watching, everyone. Goodbye.
Bye.
Bye.